I never thought I'd be writing a post like this. For months, I've been lurking on Reddit, reading everyone else's stories, taking the heartbreak and the lessons learned, never thinking that one day I'd be sharing my own painful story. But life has a way of blindsiding you, doesn't it? I'm a 32-year-old man, and my wife is 28. We've been together for 7 years and married for 5, or at least I thought we were happily married. We had what I believe was a strong, unbreakable bond, real love that could withstand anything. But now, as I sit here, typing this out, I'm questioning everything. It feels like the only way to process the wreckage of what I once thought was a beautiful life together. So here I am, opening up, pouring out my heart. If you've got time, grab a drink, because this is going to take a while. When I first met her, it was instant chemistry. We clicked right away. We shared everything. Our love for football, late-night movie marathons, endless debates about social issues, and dreams of quiet trips to beach or remote mountain cabins. For years, I felt like I had found my soulmate, my best friend, the person who would be there through thick and thin. She was the one who held me when I was sick with the flu, and I returned the favor when she needed me. I'd look at her across a crowded room, see her laughing with friends, flashing me that smile, and my heart would skip. I thought, this is it. She's my forever. For 5 years, I never doubted us. But then, about 2 years ago, things started to shift. It wasn't some huge blowout or dramatic event. It was more of a slow, creeping change that I couldn't ignore. She started coming home from work quieter, distant. She'd scroll through her phone for hours, barely engaging with me. Our usual routine of sharing our day, relaxing on the couch together, started to fade. There was this coldness, an edge to her that I didn't recognize. At first, I told myself it was just work stress. Maybe she was tired of the same old routine at work. But then, things took a turn. Her new supervisor, Margus, showed up. The moment he entered the picture, everything changed. Margus was 30, charismatic, and seemed to have this magnetic energy that drew people in. The first week he arrived, she came home practically glowing. She couldn't stop talking about him. How funny he was, how he had this incredible ability to make everyone feel alive. Her eyes sparkled when she spoke about him, and it made my stomach twist. It wasn't the usual office gossip. This was different. She didn't used to talk about her co-workers like this, but now it was all Margus. Every conversation revolved around him. My gut instinct told me something was off, but I tried to push it aside. I wanted to be wrong. I wanted to believe it was nothing. The weeks went on, and the distance between us grew. She started pulling more late shifts, something she'd done before, but this time it felt different. She'd come home late, distracted, barely acknowledging me before heading to bed, without saying a word. I lay there in the dark, tried to ignore the nagging feeling in my chest. But the thought of Margus kept looping in my mind. Then came the night that shattered everything. Our friend Daniel, who's been a constant in our lives, was diagnosed with a rare, aggressive disease. It hit him hard, and it was clear he didn't have much time left. My wife and I had promised we'd be there for him, to bring him some comfort, to share a drink, to show him that we cared. But when she didn't show up that night, something felt deeply wrong. I waited, texting her, calling her, no response. My heart was racing, and I couldn't shake the worry. Finally, I went to Daniel's house alone. He was devastated, trying to stay strong, and we talked for hours. But through all that, I kept glancing at my phone, hoping she would reach out. But nothing. No word, no text. When I got home that night, the worry turned into something darker. She wasn't there. I tried calling again, but still nothing. In desperation, I called Jane, one of her co-workers who I'd always gotten along with. "Is Kelly with you?" I asked. She hesitated, then replied, "She's out with Margus." I left early. It was just them. My stomach dropped. She had bailed on our friend Daniel, someone who was literally fighting for his life. For this guy she'd known for only a month. The red flags were now impossible to ignore. When she finally came home at 3 a.m., her eyes tired, her clothes smelling faintly of wine, I confronted her. "Where were you?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. She muttered something about work drinks, brushing me off. I asked who else was there, and she casually mentioned the usual names. Then I asked if Margus had been there. She shrugged, almost nonchalantly. Yeah, like it was no big deal. But I knew. Jane's words, just them, kept echoing in my head. It was a lie, and I could see it in her eyes. She was hiding something. The following weeks were a blur of more late nights, more distance, and her being glued to her phone. One night, I asked her who she was texting. She brushed it off, saying it was just a work friend. I asked if it was Margus. Her response was defensive, snapping at me. And that was when I knew. She was hiding something. The defensiveness, the anger, it was all a sign. She was covering up the truth. I couldn't take it anymore. That night, when she was asleep, I took her phone. The texts I found, flirty messages, promises, plans to meet, made my blood run cold. I took pictures, documenting everything. This wasn't just a feeling anymore. It was a painful, undeniable reality. The next week, I decided to confront her with the truth. I planned a surprise dinner, hoping for some normalcy, some connection. But when she came home, her face immediately fell. She saw the dinner I prepared, steak, wine, flowers, and without a second thought, she said she had to go to a surprise party for a coworker. The effort I'd put into the evening meant nothing. She left. I couldn't pretend anymore. I installed a tracker in her car. I'm not proud of it, but I needed answers. On the next late shift, I followed her. She drove to a secluded spot and met Margus. They got in his car. I recorded it all. When she came home later, she acted like everything was fine, smiling, making coffee, pretending nothing was wrong. But I knew. I had seen the truth with my own eyes. I started searching our place, desperate for more answers. That's when I found it, an iPad hidden under her drawer with no password. Inside, there was a folder full of explicit photos and videos of her. Some were of her with Margus, others with another man and woman. My heart shattered. This wasn't just a betrayal. It was her abandoning everything we had, everything we had built. I confronted her, but it was clear that the woman I had married was gone. She wasn't the person I thought she was. I filed for divorce and packed up while she was at work. I left the papers and my wedding ring on the table. I moved in with my college friend Adam to escape the pain, but even then, my heart was heavy with the weight of it all. She blew up my phone, begging for a chance to talk, apologizing, pleading that she loved me. But I blocked her. She emailed, asking for a meeting. I refused, telling her to just sign the divorce papers. She wouldn't. She claimed she still loved me, that Margus meant nothing. But I had seen the truth. Eventually, I agreed to meet her, to face her and get the answers I needed. She was desperate, broken. When I asked her how long it had been going on, she admitted it started in the first month of our relationship. She told me they had slept together in our bed. She said Margus made her feel alive, that he was new and exciting. It crushed me. She claimed it ended when I left, that he became clingy, but I couldn't listen anymore. The marriage I thought I had was a lie. And I'm left here, trying to piece together my life, understanding that the signs were always there, and I just couldn't see them in time. It's been a year since I left my wife and filed for divorce, following the discovery of her affair with her supervisor, Margus. It's hard to believe how much time has passed, but here I am, better, stronger, and finally moving on. When I first posted, I never imagined I'd be in a place where I could share an update like this. Life has changed, and I'm living proof that things get better, even when it feels like everything is shattered. After I walked away, my ex didn't stay in our old home long. She lost her job not long after I left, and the rumors about her affair with Margus spread fast, especially after I told everyone the truth. Her reputation has been ruined. Small towns don't forget. Most of her friends cut ties with her, including Daniel, who's been a rock in my life. Even her family struggled to come to terms with what she'd done. Her mom called me a few weeks later, apologizing for her daughter's actions, saying they were still trying to understand what happened. As for Margus, he didn't stick around after I left, once she broke it off with him. He wasted no time in moving on, starting a relationship with a younger woman at work. It was clear he didn't care about her the way she hoped. The affair was over before it really started, and now she's left to pick up the pieces of her broken life. As for me, I'm doing much better. I found a new apartment and settled into a routine that makes me happy. I'm still in the same job, working on coding projects I'm passionate about, and I even have an app in development. My social life has improved too. I've started dating casually. Nothing serious yet, but it's good to meet new people and reconnect with my friends. Adam, my best friend, has been a solid support system, and we've spent a lot of time outdoors, hiking and camping. I've also gotten closer to my family. My parents were worried at first, but seeing me getting back on my feet has reassured them. I even went on a week-long camping trip with Adam and a few other friends, which was exactly the kind of escape I needed. I'm still focused on my work, and I've been promoted recently, which brings more responsibility, but also more pay. Life is moving in the right direction, and I'm enjoying it more than I ever thought I could a year ago. Despite everything going well, my ex isn't letting go. She's been stalking me, sending me emails, and even showing up at my workplace. I've blocked her on every possible platform, but she keeps trying to get in touch. Last week, she even asked about me at my office, but by the time I found out, she had already left. It's clear she's not ready to accept the reality of our divorce. She still texts me, saying she misses me, asking to talk, but I haven't responded. I've had enough. Her apologies feel empty, like she's just trying to piece together what's left of her life after destroying ours. Looking back, I can't believe how much she betrayed me. She chose Margus over me, over everything we built. She gave up 5 years of our marriage for something new and exciting, only to have him discard her once things got complicated. It's a harsh reminder who she really is, a person who can walk away when things get tough, who will betray the trust of someone who loved her deeply. She might have fooled me for years, but now I see her for who she is. I'm not looking back anymore. I'm done with the woman I once thought was my soulmate. She's a stranger to me now, and I'm moving on with my life. I've found peace, and I'm in a place where I can truly heal. The truth is, I built something better from the ashes of my past, and I'm never going to let her or her mess ruin it. Thanks to everyone who offered support in my first post. Your words helped me see that I wasn't alone, and they gave me the strength to make it through this year. I'm better now, stronger, more confident, and no longer held back by the pain of what was. She made her choices, and now I'm making mine. Life is good, and I'm not looking back.